Hey guys, it's Tracy. I want to share with you a box that I had made to cover this little Yankee candle. It's called a wax melt, and it measures 2.25 inches in diameter, and it's like 7/8 inch tall or deep. And what I wanted to do was use those as, gifts for Christmas, or just as like gifts for, people's birthdays, or just a thinking about you gift. So, but what sparked it was because of the holiday, and I wanted to make something, use those as gifts. So let me show you what I did, and then I'll give you details. But this is the box that I made, and don't pay attention to this floppy ribbon. I don't like that. I want something, for me, I would rather have something that has some wire in it, or something that's a little stiffer. But anyway, so that's why I have not even cut these shorter, because I'm going to end up pulling this box apart. But anyway, I just wanted to show you guys what I did here, in case somebody else is looking to do something similar. So in this case, you see, and you have to be careful too in playing out how you're going to put the middle piece of your box. Because why I say that, because if your paper has writing on it, you want to make sure, or it has some directional print, you want to make sure that that's going in the proper way. So what I did was just tie it here, but let me show you what it looks like inside. So see, in there's a little box, and I did have add acetate in there to put the little wax melt in. So let me show you. And of course you can add a little glue dot, or you could just seal it if you wanted to, and then you would tie it up. So again, that's the way I designed one of them. You see how it's not adhered in the back. And then the other one I did, this is another one that I worked on, and see, this one, the back part doesn't flop down. So, and what I did was just added tape under the bottom of the box and behind it so that I could adhere it. So that's that. So let me give you instructions on what I did. So what I want, like I was saying, I wanted to use those as gifts. So I started searching YouTube to see if someone else had already, created something where, was saving some time, and I could just, use their creation. But the closest thing that I found to it was, well, not really even found to it, but what kind of gave me some inspiration was, when I was searching YouTube, I found something called Tea Lite, L-I-T-E card, and Megan, and her YouTube name is JustCallMeKeebler. She had posted a video of her project, where she got the idea from CarftsDotCupcake, and the person over there, I don't know her name, but the project that she created was called Christmas Card with Gift. Again, it's for tea lights and not for these Tart wax melts. So then I had to start searching some more. So I went over to SVG Cuts, and I found, and that was probably a few days ago, I remember that I had found an ATC ATC Mailer Box. So what I decided to do, I decided to take a look at that. Of course, it was too large. I knew an ATC, what is it, 2.5 by 3.5 inches. So I knew it would be too big, but what I did, I resized that mailer, and I kept playing with it. So let me show you. This is what the original mailer looked like, okay? As you saw in my box, I had a hole in it, in the center of the box. Well, I added that to the file. So then I came up with this. So this is, once I got everything resized, I added a 1 7/8 inch circle in the middle. So that's what I was left with. The file does have score marks on it. The score marks are a little larger than what I have on mine. I had to play with the file and create smaller score marks. So this is what the file looks like once it's all put together. And I'm sorry, let me tell you what the measurements of that. So if perhaps you're looking to go to SVG Cuts and want to do the same thing, I resized the file to the height of the file is 3.875 and the width of that file is 7 inches. Okay, again, I resized that original file to 3.875, that's the height, and then the width is 7 inches. And then on my file over here you also see where I have an outside cover, and that outside cover, as you see, this is just something, you know, I created here. It measures 6.5 inches in length and 3 inches wide. And then what you want to do, and I use my Martha Stewart scoreboard, you could use whatever you need to score it. I scored it at 2 3/4 inch and then at 3 3/4 inch, which creates a 1 inch channel. Then also referring back to the finished file, I added cardstock in the middle. Hey guys, somebody started talking. But anyway, not even sure where I was. Oh, I think I might have been here, like telling you about this, the cover. So then what I did here, I used, I wanted to cover the inside, so let me give you the measurements of that. So the inside measurement here, let me see, make sure I get it right. This would be 2 7/8 inches in height and 2 5/8 inches in width. Okay, so that would apply to this front and the back piece. And then this middle piece is 2 7/8 inches in height and then 7/8 inches wide. So what's going to happen, you're going to have a little teeny ridge around all these sections, so as you see right here. Okay. Alright, so and depending on how you want to assemble your little outside cover in your box, in my case, I put it right in the center, and I didn't adhere it in the back for this particular one. And then see, and then what you want to do before you glue these pieces down, you want to put your ribbon in, and then you can either put a little glue dot here, or you could actually tape, whatever you want to do to close it up, and then you'll tie it. But then the only thing I will caution you is to be mindful of how you're cutting your paper if you have directional designs, because of course, like this one, I have words, so this side reads correctly, but when you go on this side it doesn't, because it's just one piece of paper. So just be mindful of if you have directional paper. And then this one right here, this one I did adhere in the back. So it just depends on what you're going for, if you want to do that or not. And then here it leaves you some space if you wanted to stamp a little sentiment in it. I think you could just go to town with these boxes, because then you could do the outside of the box, you could decorate them, which I didn't really need to. I mean, I could add something, but the paper already says enough. So, and two, I don't know if I pointed this out earlier, this, I'm also taking this box apart too, because even though this ribbon here has wire in it, look how bad it frays. So I can't leave that like that, because it keeps fraying. So I would caution you with that too. It's just to be mindful of what type of ribbon you're using. This, I'm taking it apart as well. This ribbon to me is too floppy. I don't like that. So I need to look for something that's either a little stiffer or has wire in it, but a wire ribbon that doesn't fray. Alright guys, so let me see. I think I may have. So what you want to do when you assemble the box, let me show you this. So here's one that's not assembled. So you'll have score lines here. Score lines there. And then what you want to do, fold it on the score lines. And then it's pretty self-explanatory. Let me see here. I'm saying the frame. And of course you're going to do all your score lines. You have one here, a little tab here. So then what you want to do is put some adhesive, whatever type of adhesive you choose, put that there. You know, then that, let me score it here. Okay. Then what's going to happen, that's going to put your adhesive there and close the box up that way. Then you're going to, once that's closed up there, you're going to put some adhesive, doesn't matter which side. here and here, and then so you close the box, you put some adhesive on this tab, that tab. I would put a little here on this edge right here, not all the way back there because that's exposed. So you want to put some adhesive here. Then you want to put some adhesive right here, not all the way because again you have some space in there. And then close your box up. Then you have an assembled box. Then you do the same for here if you want to close it up that tight. And then what you'll do is put some tape on the bottom, like I did with this one. And depending on if you want to adhere it to the back, you would put some tape around here as well. But before adhering this down, you want to have your pieces cut if you choose to line it. So you want to line it. So then what you want to do is put your lining piece here. But before putting these two lining pieces, if you're going to add ribbon, what you want to do is center your pieces of ribbon here, add your ribbon, and then add your ribbon, and then what you want to do is adhere those pieces in there, okay? And then what I would do is just like do one side, get that center, and then use that as a guide so that you get the other side center too. And then just, you know, adhere your pieces of paper, and then with your tape already at the bottom here, you want to center that in the middle. And then your box is completed. And as far as how long for these, your ribbon ends, I'm not quite sure. As you see, this is really long, actually too long. So, I mean, just make a judgment call as far as that's concerned. Because remember, you have to leave room to tie a knot in it and then tie your bow. So, but I just want to show you guys what I had came up with. And what I will also do is I'll also put the measurements in the description so that you can see that. But again, I'm probably going to work on some today, and you know, maybe do a couple different kinds. I'm not for sure, but whenever I do, I'm not going to overcommit myself. Whatever I do, I'll show you guys either a video or just take some still pictures and post that up. Alright guys, but I hope everyone had a wonderful holiday and they have a wonderful and prosperous new year. And thanks a lot for watching. Bye.